a state only, and you have to request a state only for the sponsorship. You will get only 5 bonus points.
Yeah, but if the state says for my qualification they have jobs in their region, yeah, then also they give me only 5.
See, no, then in that case you have to stay and work in that particular suburb area only, and you can claim 10 extra bonus points.
This is my question.
Yeah,
for 176.
But then you will get a temporary visa. Now don't get confused with 176 and 475. If you are claiming 10 points.
Point is that the regional visa is a temporary visa. It's not a resident visa. So it gets for 3 years. So
yeah. So in my case, what I found, I really short for the 5 points. So I'm looking for the 5 points.
I think what you do is, why don't you, we are in town for next 2 days. So you come with all the documents and have a one-to-one with Geeta.
Yeah. Actually, I gave a call to your office when I got my assessment. But no, unfortunately.
We can like.
Yeah, sure.
So if you
come tomorrow and bring all your documents,
yeah,
I'll see that, and then we'll discuss in detail.
She's the best person to advise.
Yes. Even I go through my wife's qualification also. She has done a BA MS. She's an Ayurvedic doctor. But
maybe we can look at other options also.
We'll see that, and then.
How about you? You want to ask something on Australia? You want to ask something on Australia, please. No, actually we want for convenience of everybody. So that if most of the time some good questions.
As I told you, I'm into IT and the job market is good in Australia. I have done my graduation BCom from Mumbai University and then MSc in Information Technology. That was from some other university. So, as you said that you require some work experience. So, after first of all, will they consider after BCom I did my MSc IT and I started working since my graduation into this IT domain only. So, what is the feasibility like? How it is possible? Will they consider the 4 years or some in Australia? They require some amount of work experience, right?
Yeah, you can claim points for experience after your graduation degree, because we'll be claiming points for education only after your degree, bachelor's degree. We cannot get any extra bonus points for master's degree. So after BCom degree, if you have more than 6 years of experience, you can file for immigration.
But if he have done in BCom, but he is working into IT, then will they consider the experience of IT?
That's why.
Student and
yeah.
He worked in IT.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if he was doing his master's degree part-time and he was working as an IT professional also, so he needs to have a 6 years of experience. People who have degree in IT, they can apply with 4 years of experience. People who don't have degree in IT, still they are working as an IT professional, they have master's degree in IT, they can file for immigration with 6 years of experience.
And ma'am, what is the job opportunity for research and academics over there? Like I'm postgraduate in science, but I have just 1 year of experience in research.
Okay.
So do I qualify for
research in what? Research in what?
Research in bioinformatics, in pharmaceuticals and all.
You will do quite well. And it's not only about Australia. Let me just put it this way. In all these, we need to understand and appreciate one thing. There has to be a reason that why are these countries developed economies? Why are they developed countries? It doesn't matter which area of activity you are talking about, pharma, agriculture, other sciences. These countries spend a lot of money on R&D, whichever field you belong to. Simply put, if you are an R&D specialist, any of these countries is good for you.
But I have just 1 year of research experience.
That's okay. Go ahead. You can't. What you have 1 year, you can't make it 3 years.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Seek more opportunities and get more experience. The point that I am trying to make is that you will, if you are a research specialist, not only Australia, majority of these developed economies offer excellent opportunities. And they will even, going by your background and your interest, if you have aptitude, I mean these are, good countries to be in, because they will even, depending on your aptitude and your inclination, they'll even fund your future education if you want to do further PhD or anything that you want to do. So the research excellent idea to be in any of these countries, including
And for
Australia.
Canada also, in federal scale program, they need biologists and research people. So I don't have work experience till now, just 1 year of work experience. I did my post graduation just 2 years back, and I have just one. So do I qualify for that?
You are a PG degree holder.
Yes, PG degree holder.
You need at least couple of years of experience, and plus along with that you get some points for your husband's qualifications also, of course. But at least my provisional assessment is couple of years of experience to reach out to that 67
If he has a master's degree, then at least 2+ years of experience is required.
Can you please talk about how bifurcate the 65 points, and if a person is not meeting those 65 points, how to achieve that?
Normally, one gets 65 points with below 35 years of age, with bachelor's degree and 5 years of experience. If the person is having his age above 35, but then he's gaining on his experience, will be having more than 5 years of experience, then he can claim more points for experience and less point for his age.
Sorry to interrupt. Say suppose a bachelor degree and 36 years of age and having 8 years of experience. So how much points I have secured in that case?
Ideally, like you have given me example, one has a bachelor's degree with 8 years of experience and age is above 35.
Yes.
Then that person needs to clear the IELTS test also with 7 in each, because we claim points for English proficiency. That person will get the 65 points, like will get 15 for his educational bachelor's degree, 25 for his age, 10 for his experience if 5 years. If he can show closely related, here there is a clause, they always say that you have to show a closely related experience. One has a total number of years of experience, say for example 8 years, but that is not related to a closely related profession under which we will be filing his immigration. So we cannot claim points for 8 years of experience. So we'll have to see how many years of experience he is having closely related to the profession under which we'll be filing his application for immigration. So if he says yes 8 years, then we can claim 15 points. If he says no, out of 8 years 5 is closely, then we can claim 10 points for experience. And 10 for IELTS will come to that 65 points after he meet the criteria.
So I think basic provisional opinion for your case is that you need 7 in each in IELTS to really make your mark in Australian case. Okay, let's I often yeah.
I have one more query.
Yeah.
I was exploring this Australian website. I have a lot of queries.
Please go ahead.
One is that you said that you have to make 65 points,
Yes.
and I was saying that we have to make the 65 points, and we are emphasizing on that we have to achieve 7 band in IELTS. So if you are achieving 6, then it will give you 0 point.
Yes, for language factor.
If you are making 65 without IELTS, then
Yes, you are. But in that case, you have to score 6 in each minimum.
6 in
Yes,
minimum.
yes, but you have to meet the criteria of 65 points factor.
Yeah. Second question is that you say that the regional language efficiency test, they give 5 points, but
Yeah.
that regional English test.
Yeah. Like you get points for English proficiency and one wants to claim points for regional language points. One can clear the test for Hindi or Gujarati or Urdu. Like English test, that IELTS examination, you have to go to British Council and IDP, they conduct that English examination test. For same way for regional language, you have to get in touch with NATI. NATI is the examination center who normally conducts this languages test. If you are able to clear the test as per the requirement, you can claim 5 bonus points for any of the languages, whether it's Gujarati or Punjabi or Hindi or that. But it's very difficult, Marathi also.
You can calculate.
Yes, you can calculate that.
What is the level of this IELTS? I mean, how tough or how, what is it?
Basically, it's a basic language test, but you should have a awareness of this test. Technical part is also there. So one needs to prepare for that to score 7 in each. So if you normally we suggest a client that when you register yourself for a IELTS test, you get a sample test paper. So just spend 7 to 10 days time preparing yourself for the test so that you can score 7 in each. That is the test.
So
Otherwise,
just-
it's not very difficult.
Just a brief comment. The first time you spoke today in the evening, I think, but just one sentence that you you spoke to Geeta about. My provisional assessment is that at least in spoken, you should be able to get that 7.
Okay, that's great.
Since you wanted to have some idea,
Yeah. Fair
so
enough.
because there are 4 factors on which they consider: speaking, understanding, listening, और चौथा कौन सा है? Reading. So so these are 4 factors, different factors, that they look at. And
Now, what is the technical thing? You said technical.
If you are a regular reader of English newspaper, you
Okay.
should have awareness. They can give you any topic talking, and you should.
See, essentially, the only situation is this, that each one of us, in my opinion, can get 7.0, but because the testing environment is different, it's very interesting that British Council conducts the IELTS test in this very hotel. So if you'll give the IELTS test, you'll come back here only for giving that IELTS test. That's my understanding. So, the testing environment is different. For example, they want to check your understanding skills. So, they'll give you a headphone. So, you're listening to the commentary that's coming on headphone, and then they'll ask you some question based on what you have heard. So, because we are not used to this day-to-day environment basis, so that's why we say, get used to the testing environment. That's what the IELTS training is not about learning how to talk in English. IELTS training is about getting acquainted with the testing environment under which you will be tested. Rest English skills each one of us have.
The scores which we get for IELTS, it's valid for 2 years?
Okay. So, one last question I always like to ask, it's for our own improvement in our seminar procedures. Did any one of you realize that 2.5 hours passed away? Immigration is a very boring subject. And that's why, as a matter of practice, I never had this PowerPoint presentation, never. Because I know that the moment you put on PowerPoint presentation, the interaction goes away, people can't ask, and it becomes difficult. And with this as a boring subject, that's why we never do PowerPoint presentation. We talk about experiences, we talk about the reality issues, and really, we'll conclude today's session because it is all said and done dinner time for all of you. And do have some snacks before you go, tea and snacks before you go. It is dinner time, and while you're having tea and snacks, I'll circulate a bit again. Please.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Despite Annaji's and all these strikes that we are talking about, each one of you could make it and this rain. And I'm really, really grateful and thankful.
You made an interesting hearing, That's why we could spend 2.5 hours.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure.